343's Halo Infinite directly parallels Halo Combat Evolved. Let's talk about why. What's up guys and welcome to the video. For many in the community, this game is 343's final chance to make not just a great game, but a great Halo. Let's start by talking about the previous 343 games. Halo 4 was 343's first dive into making a full Halo game from the ground up, which was released to mixed reception. The game received a lot of hate from the Halo community for its choices in the multiplayer, where people felt they were trying too hard to be COD in space, with the custom classes which completely ruined the weapon balancing and sandbox of the Halo franchise, along with the ordnance drops which may not have been too bad on their own, but with the Call of Duty feel that people were already getting, it just felt too much like kill streaks. As for the campaign, however, possible unpopular opinion here, feel free to tell me in the comments if you disagree, but I felt 343 did a good job with the campaign of Halo 4 by introducing some great character development and more emotion to the relationships between characters, notably between Chief and Cortana, but also Chief and Lasky's relationship development throughout the story is pretty good as well. Next, we have Halo 5, where everything I loved about Halo 4's story and development, 343 just seemed to throw that out the window, and we got left with the absolute shambles that is the Halo 5 campaign. I don't think I really need to say much about this one, as I'm sure the majority of us are in agreement here. The multiplayer, however, is more of a polarizing story here and really split the community down the middle. To those who love the enhanced movement mechanics and those who want the old arena sandbox back. If you're on the latter side, then Infinite is most likely 343's last chance. If you are on the former, then you probably just want some kind of good blend and a much better story than Halo 5. Me personally, I enjoyed Halo 5's multiplayer, but I'm also a great fan of the arena sandbox of the older Bungie games, and would love to see more of a blend, including maybe some of the enhanced mobility, like sprint, but not all of them, not ground pound and thrust. Either way, whichever side you're on, you probably are looking at Infinite to see if it will bring what you want. So let's talk about the inspirations that Halo Infinite appears to be pulling from earlier Bungie games, and most importantly, the direct parallels that we appear to be seeing in 343's marketing strategies and structure to Halo Combat Evolved. One of the first things to note here is the way the story appears to be starting out. Halo Infinite will take place a few years after the events of Halo 5, so there is plenty of time for things to have happened between the events of the game that we haven't directly experienced ourselves. This parallels the story opening of Halo Combat Evolved, where we open with the Pillar of Autumn and Captain Keyes asking Cortana, did we lose them? This drops us right into the middle of a story where much has already happened, but Bungie did a great job of never letting us feel like we had missed anything. It feels like 343 are trying to instill that same feel of wanting to discover the previous events ourselves throughout the story as we play along. With the 2019 trailer showing Chief being discovered by Brohammer on the Pelican and later looking onto the ring, all of this sort of very directly corresponds to the opening of Halo Infinite, and it kind of appears like a lot has already gone down on Delta Halo, and there's going to be plenty for us to discover as we play through the story and learn of what happened, a lot like how we open up in Combat Evolved. Moving on to what we've seen in the trailers recently for Halo Infinite, even the trailers seem to directly parallel some of the trailers that we had for Combat Evolved back in the day. The 2019 Halo trailer has some key similarities directly, showing nearly identical scenes and camera work as seen in the side-by-side comparison here, thanks to the Reddit user BF Game Replays. These scenes in the trailer show just how directly 343 are taking inspiration from Combat Evolved's marketing. So what about gameplay and mission structure, as this is probably one of the most important elements of the game for us to talk about here? I'm sure we all remember fondly the second mission of Halo Combat Evolved, arriving on Halo, where the Master Chief crash lands on the Halo ring and must now explore the surrounding areas in search of Marines that require rescuing. This mission has such a great introduction to the Halo ring for us, especially for such a linear storied game. It did a great job of making the game feel open for exploring, while mysterious and intriguing all at the same time, with the beam emitters coming to view as the player crests over the hill lines or rounds the corner of the surrounding cliffs. The 2018 Halo Infinite trailer feels very much the same, with the long wide shots of the ring and the beam emitters in the distance, but most importantly, there are the injured Marines that we see with the orange smoke signal. And then as the camera pans out, we see Chief overlooking that smoke signal with the warthog in the reflection of his visor in the background. This sets Halo Infinite up for a very similar mission structure of Master Chief exploring Delta Halo while rescuing some Marines from certain locations. This could easily play out in many different ways depending on the game's structure, as it could be almost identical to the Combat Evolved mission, but could also work well as a sort of optional side mission or introduction mission to a possible quest-like system. If the theories of a more open world Halo game are true, either way, this directly parallels the Halo Combat Evolved's mission structure here and goes to show that we could be experiencing very similar gameplay, but in this whole new era. All of this just goes to show how closely 343 are following Combat Evolved's entire design philosophy and marketing. All of this combined has really been giving me, anyway, the feeling that 343 Industries is attempting more of a spiritual reboot to the series by putting the player back into the Halo universe in a way that directly mimics the experiences we all got from our glorious first playthrough of Combat Evolved, while also feeling kind of fresh and new. With more news literally right around the corner, we don't have too long to wait to find out. But with some of the leaks and drips of information we've gathered over the past few weeks and months with the Mega Construx toys, it's looking hopeful to me that Halo Infinite may just be the Halo game we all wished 343 could make. Well guys, don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more videos from me in the future, and please feel free to share your thoughts down in the comments and possibly draw to light some parallels or information that you may have noticed that I haven't mentioned in this video. Thanks for watching guys, and until next time, Rooster out.